G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video we're going to be going through the team building guide for the new INT Ginyu Force. Super insane unit, wonky timing for them to come out on global, but we've got a couple teams here that might help you get some use out of this guy. So for the details here, got a couple of teams. We're on Planet Namek Saga, Ginyu Force, Dragon Ball Seekers, Joined Forces, Terrifying Conquerors, Special Pose, and Space Traveling Warriors. Honestly, this guy, he needs Special Pose to be really able to perform to the best of his capabilities. So that's definitely the team I would be running him on. For our links, we've got the general Ginyu Force links. We've got Gentleman, Respect, Ginyu Force, Loyalty, Signature Pose, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So from there we have a couple of really good linking partners. Well, two of these are the same. We've got the AGL Ginyu, both base where you can stack and then also transform, so that's pretty handy that you do share the same amount of links with both. And then we've also got the Tech LR Ginyu Force, so a battlefield LR that will benefit a lot from what this INT Ginyu is able to do. Yeah, so potentially an option you could work with there. In terms of 5 links, we've just got the INT free-to-play Ginyu, who's got his Easy A. Jumping down to 4 links, we've got the Jason Berta, who are definitely a dodge or die, but you could rock as a floating unit, I believe, and get by. And then we've also got the STR, Raccoon, and Guldo. So STR, Raccoon, and Guldo, if you saw my Legendary Freezer event mission, they are actually still pretty solid. And I think being next to the Ginyu Force LR, they would perform pretty well defensively too. So definitely a unit to keep an eye on there. For our 3 links here, we've got the INT Perfect Cell, we've got the INT LR Gammas. I've included them here just because they are going to be out on global soon. And they're obviously super good. We've also got the physical LR cell, and then also the tech Rebrian LR. So one of the more recent yellow coin LRs to drop on global. So for the first team here, we've got the Special Pose team led by the AGL Gamma 2. So this is a team that is all currently available on global. The Tech Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks Easy A is a week away, but I've just figured it's worthwhile including him here anyway. So we've got the AGL Gamma 2, got the INT Ginyu Force. I've gone with the STR Raccoon and Guldo. I think they're just a bit better than the AGL Ginyu at the moment. Their defense just performs a little bit better. We've got the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks, the STR Gamma 1, and then also the INT Go Tanks, who got his ECA recently as well. So for the rotations of this one, I'd be going the STR Gamma 1 with the AGL Gamma 2. AGL Gamma 2 is not my favourite unit to run, but they still do work really, really effectively together. And then on the other rotation, I'd be going with the STR Raccoon and Guldo alongside the INT Ginyu Force. So, as I said, they're going to work really well together. That would then leave you to float the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks. Be handy to float him, as that'll give you slot 1 and 2 to try and sort out your orbs to be able to get him to the 11 key where he's at his best. And then we'd also be floating the INT Go Tanks, who obviously has the dodge, can transform, and as you transform, you're going to be getting the extra dodge, tons of extra damage, and it's just a really, really solid Easy A. So that's the first team there. The next team is if you were just to go a flat Ginyu Force team, so led by the AGL Ginyu here. We really do struggle for options at the end here, but what we've got is AGL Ginyu, the INT Ginyu Force, STR Raccoon and Guldo again. We've got the physical LR Ginyu Force. Now, they do share the same name for the INT LR Ginyu, but the handy thing here is you'd be running the INT LR Ginyu in slot 1. So that would sort of offset that one there. Got the INT Jason Berta, who, as I mentioned, they're a dodge character. You could definitely get by with them floating. And then finally, I've filled out the team with the Tech LR Ginyu Force. So, not the craziest defensively, can be quite risky, but just in terms of the other options we have available, that's probably the go at the moment. So in terms of rotations on this one, I'd be going the AGL Ginyu with the INT Ginyu Force, and then the STR Rikumen Guldo with the other AGL Ginyu. So you could have the INT Ginyu Force in slot 1 on one of those with the AGL Ginyu, and then you'd be able to sit the STR Rikumen Guldo in slot 1 with the other AGL Ginyu. And yeah, obviously the other AGL Ginyu could overtake the Rikumen Guldo after a few stacks off, but that's just initially going to work really well. Means you're going to have your 3 floating supports, so that'll be pretty handy. Yeah, you obviously got the support from the physical Ginyu Force, the space traveling warriors, which all Ginyu Forces are with Jace and Berta, and then just the support from the Tech Ginyu Force as well. So while the team is certainly not the best, it does have a really high amount of synergy at least. The next team that I wanted to go through was just the Topo special pose team that we'll be able to run at some point. So post anniversary, we'll get Topo. He's a special pose lead, and he is super good. Really does help fill out the team with this Ginyu Force. So we've got Topo, obviously. We've got the Ginyus. We've got the INT Gamma 1 and 2. So the Part 2 Anniversary LR. We've got the STR Gamma 1. The physical Rebrianne. So she's a sub EZA and she's absolutely insane. Probably haven't seen her spoken about on any social media or whatever of late. But yeah, when she comes out on Global, I think everyone will be surprised how truly busted she is. And then we've also got the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as well. We've already discussed him there. So for this team here, I would probably go with the INT Gamma 1 and 2 with the STR Gamma 1. The extra support there for the STR Gamma 1 really helps his stats and definitely makes him a whole lot more viable. Gamma 1 and 2 can then sit in slot 2 as their big damage dealer there, getting off multiple supers. On the other rotation, I'm stealing this one from Truth, but apparently the INT Ginyu as your slot 1 unit, and then the Tech Gotenks in slot 2 works really effectively. So I'm going to take his word on it, and that could definitely be something worthwhile testing there. So that's going to leave you to float both your Topos as well as the physical Rebrianne. Yeah, nothing wrong with doing that with either of those. You transform Topo and he becomes absolutely insane. And as I mentioned, Rebrianne is absolutely busted. But so that sums up the team building guide. Yeah, obviously not a great deal that we can sort of build around at the moment with special pose, and the Ginyu is extremely limited to special pose. But there's 2 current options that we can work with there, and then we've got the future option for the physical Topo there. But test out one of these teams and let me know your thoughts on them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.